All right, after a long break, we're back to our heroes. Remember, anybody who is nice to any of your kids for any reason, you ask them permission, you send me an email to twistedparenting@aol.com and a little synopsis of the story of how they were nice to your kid. Make sure you don't give away any details if it's going to embarrass your child, of course. And they get entered into a raffle for $5,000. Isn't that nice? I would like to commend Shimshi Warhaftig of Manchester, UK, as someone who has kept my kip and us afloat in very turbulent times. Shimshi took our kip to Eretz Yisrael for Rosh Hashanah, and he made sure that he had a great time. When my son traveled abroad another time, Shimshi was in our house at 3 a.m. to see him off. Shimshi meets up with him every week to see how he is getting on, and he encouraged him to find a job. Shimshi has a great upbeat personality. Most mentors out there working with kids, you can't be, right? You have to have a good upbeat personality. He is always smiling and happy. I met him from UK. Shimshi came here to a training. It's all true. What a great guy, so charming and geschmack, and he can breathe life into those who need it. He has popped into our home Friday nights to say hi and schmooze. He helps us cope with our challenge, and his focus is always on what is best for our son. He always searches for more tools, and he even traveled to the US, specifically to take the TP Intense Training Workshop. Everything written here is only a drop in the ocean. Shimshi has done so much more. Therefore, drum roll, we nominate Shimshi Warhaftig as our TP hero and would love for him to win. He certainly deserves it. Big round of applause. I see you guys applauding. Very nice. Sarah goes above and beyond to help her KIP siblings, even though she lives far, far away. Whenever she and her family are with us, everything seems lighter and happier in our home. Thus, they've come to visit quite a few times since we began TP. Despite the effort and expense involved, sometimes we've asked them to come, and other times they've just simply offered. Their trips not only boost the overall environment of the house, but they also specifically convey how much the KIPs mean to them and their kids. They come loaded with cards and pictures for the KIPs, who really feel loved by their little nieces and nephews. Lots of hugs and kisses help too. Sarah intuitively gets TP, even though she says that she does whatever she does because she respects her parents and wants to help us out, and not because of TP. But still, she knows what works, and being nice and going out of her way for our KIPs is just who she is. Baruch Hashem, we are blessed with a fantastic son-in-law who supports our daughter Sarah's devotion to the family. Sarah's lighthearted nature endears us to all. She laughs a lot and makes simple things fun. She knows how to twist in such a way that it appears that she needs the KIP for support rather than the other way around. She has patience to be on the phone endless hours at any time, day or night, if her KIP sibling needs to talk. At the very same time, she is able to give them time and space if that's what is needed as well. She never takes it personally when weeks or even months sometimes go by with no response to her text or her phone calls. Although she once told her KIP sibling, it would mean the world to me for us to be in touch every single day. She constantly projects unconditional love, sending a clear message, I am always here for you no matter what. Some time ago, one of our KIPs was going through a particularly hard time and longed for Sarah's company. Without giving it a second thought, she left behind lots of food and arrangements for her husband and her children and braved the trip on her own with a new baby. Although she knew she couldn't fix the particular issue that our KIP, her sibling, was struggling with, Sarah's thought process was, if someone is in pain and my being with them can take away even 1/100% of their pain, I'm going to do it. All the more if that someone is my sibling. During the few days she was here, the KIP totally enjoyed her being here and was her priority. She fit in everything else, including seeing her in-laws and other family members around them. Even though she had jet lag and a nursing baby, she gave up her own sleep to be with her sibling. And what's more, she had no expectations from them. When one of the KIPs barely acknowledged that she even waited up for them, she told me, who cares? I have no expectations of them. I'm happy to see them in whatever state or mood they are in because that's real, that's who they are. Wow. When another kip felt that they had too much work to do and couldn't join everyone for what was supposed to be a fun family outing, she helped them save face by saying, of course your work comes first. That's for sure what's most important. Sarah not only tried to cheer up her kip siblings, spending time shopping or going for ice cream or just chilling, but she also boosted them through complimenting even the little things, such as the way one of them arranged their books on the shelf. She encouraged the kips in whatever they were doing and showed genuine interest in their activities, even though their lifestyle is very far away from hers. She spent hours helping one of her siblings with some creative work and even got them an exciting new project. Toward the end of the trip, she tried to persuade that kip to go back home with her for a week, but the kip said it's impossible because of her job. Without blinking an eye, Sarah said, "Are you kidding? I'll pay you 10 times more than any job to come with me." She knew that that would make her smile on the inside. And that's her tafkid, her job, her focus, making her siblings who are hurting feel some happiness. She recently helped one of the kips through a very painful relationship loss by sharing deep words of wisdom. Sarah listened, empathized, showed unconditional support, and conveyed the following message. People do things for their own reasons. They're not thinking about the impact that their choices have on the other person. They're thinking of themselves. Losses are painful, and it can feel really hard to move on. But I want you to know that throughout your life, people will come and go. Best friends will come and go. Girlfriends, boyfriends, roommates, jobs, you name it. But you know what? At the end of the day, all you really have is your family. We're the ones who will always be here for you. True, we all have different personalities and different styles. And some relationships are more complicated than others. But we all love you very, very much. And you can always count on us. We're your family, and we will all be here for you forever. Isn't that beautiful? Therefore, I nominate my dear daughter, Sarah, as our TP hero. Very nice. Beautiful. Okay, we should unmute for the ovations, right? Okay. It doesn't happen very often that one gets a phone call from a stranger who isn't calling to offer to help your struggling children. Let's try that again. Take two. It doesn't happen very often that one gets a phone call from a stranger who is just calling to offer you, to help you with your struggling child. So I was surprised to get such a phone call from Rabbi Oliver, a campus rabbi, asking me if there's anything he can do to help. Rabbi Dov Oliver and his wife Chevy came into our kip's life in a very positive way. They invited him all the time for Shabbos meals and Shabbatons, as well as other events. Therefore, I want to nominate Rabbi Dov and Chevy Oliver as our heroes. $5,000. Nominate people who are nice to your kids, and let's make the world a better place.